Hello and welcome to the Unscripted movie review, where I give my unscripted thoughts on a film that I've seen straight out of the cinema. You know, I watched Deadpool and Wolverine. This was just a really crowd-pleasing, really fun time. Ryan Reynolds is just in his prime as Deadpool in here. Like, I really like Deadpool 1 and 2, but in this film, I feel like he's really nailed the humour and just everything of the character Deadpool. With this film, almost every joke lands, and he knows when to balance out the humour and the drama. But director Sean Levy really brings a lot of style to the film. There's a lot of really good action scenes in it. I feel like every action scene in this film is a little bit stylistically different. Like, you got one that's like a one take scene, another one's like a scene that the camera goes around as they're fighting. There's another one where it's like shaky cam and it's like fast editing, and I really like that. I really like how it blends different styles of editing and direction. Obviously, you got Hugh Jackman in here as a variant of Wolverine, and this variant of Wolverine is his backstory is very tragic, and you really feel for him over the course of this film, and you really want him to succeed and be happy. And Hugh Jackman just delivers so many great lines in here, so many great monologues, and I'm not gonna lie, I felt very emotional near the end. They used a quieter version of Like a Prayer by Madonna, drawing the emotional proper climax of the film, and it got me a little bit emotional. It was a moment where the stakes were really high. It started flashing back to the older films, and it really got me. The story in here is just great as well. It got Deadpool just travelling from place to place, and the whole TVA stuff is great, following on from Loki. And also, you've obviously got the elephant in the room. You got a bunch of cameos in it. There's so many great cameos in it. There's so many crowd-pleasing cameos. So many cameos that are very specific to comic books and that. I think some of them I don't even think I caught. Overall, just such a super fun Marvel film. I do think the pacing can get a bit exhausting. That's really my only complaint. I do think the pacing can get very exhausting after a while. It's very fast paced for a lot of it. It got to a point where I was like, oh my god, take a moment to breathe, you know? That's really my only complaint. I just think it's if you just view it as a fun just comic book film in the MCU, it's just a super fun time. I give it an 8.5. Now on to spoilers. You got some amazing cameos in here. You got Channing Tatum as Gambit. It's very fun seeing him in this film with this goofy comic accurate costume on. He has this awful French accent, and it's so funny. You've also got Blade returning, Wesley Snipes, which I got spoiled by from the Letterboxd cast section. I went to check some early reviews for the film on Letterboxd, and I scrolled onto the cast section and his name was right there. So thanks a lot, Letterboxd. It's really fun seeing him back as Blade. Ryan Reynolds and him, I don't think they were on the best terms. I think Ryan Reynolds fell out with him on the set of Blade Trinity or something like that. You obviously got X-23. She returned. I don't know if it's a variant of her or if it's actually her from Logan. It seemed like her from Logan. And obviously character was left very open-ended at the end of Logan, with her walking away with the group of the young mutants. But I like how we got a little bit of a more complete arc of her character. Yeah, and it's just great seeing her again. Johnny Storm was just probably the best out of all of them. I was actually dreaming this moment in my head of Chris Evans showing up and the audience thinking it's Captain America, and then him saying "Flame on." I thought that would be the most sick thing to ever happen, and it actually happens. For some reason, Henry Cavill was in here as a variant of Wolverine, which was very fun as well. I think it's another one of the fan casting situations. I love where it ended with Deadpool and Wolverine living together now. Him and Vanessa getting back together again, I think. Also, over the credits, they played a montage of a lot of the X-Men films and the Fantastic Four films, as a massive tribute to the Fox Marvel films. That kind of made me emotional as well. It's playing Green Day, it's playing Good Riddance. It's like a funeral for 20th Century Fox. I also forgot to mention Cassandra Nova as the villain. I completely just brushed over her. She was a very threatening villain. She felt very unstoppable. She uses this weird getting in people's minds by actually putting their hand in their head, which is it's kind of gross. I don't know what else to say. It's a good film. I really liked it. Things together, bad company, get things together, bad company, get things together, bad company, get things